What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the Weird Wars podcast.
Cello.
Okay.
Cello.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Ain't nothing
great
wrong with pink
last
or
night.
salmon, man.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right. This is crazy.
First one of the year, y'all.
I think Luther got on a pink shirt.
First one on the year. You think he got on a pink shirt because of that notification at the bottom?
Nah, it's kind of a fuchsia.
What you really think that shirt is? That fuchsia.
Oh, no, yeah. All I saw was his head.
Luther didn't line his fucking hair up either. Now I'm looking at it.
I seen your boy today on Facebook
Brian Bud,
with a
the
bunch
man,
of
my
people.
boy.
Yeah,
Didn't he retire?
did he?
Or is it just Lezak?
Oh, he disgraced to the
I
culture.
don't know. You still mad this nigga ain't getting no haircut, huh? He get his haircut. He just don't get a
Bro,
line.
because you going in there representing all black people.
Nigga, just cut it down. Don't line that shit up.
He like just get the spider web look away.
I don't like symmetrical lines, my nigga.
You bad boy.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Ready.
First one of the year.
Drum roll, please.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Weird Ones podcast, episode 128. I go by the name of Keenan. We got Johnny in the building.
What he do?
We got Lindari in the building.
Present.
And we got that other guy over there.
Dang.
We got Chris in the building.
Shout out
man.
to Chris. Yo, what's up?
All right. And we got the janky light on the back.
I don't know what's going on with
And we
the
got
light,
the
bro.
bad joke of the bad dad joke
okay.
of the day.
Bring it
Hold
in
on.
early.
Okay.
Let's start it off.
All right.
So you gonna bring this calendar every Sunday?
Yeah.
I mean, every time we record?
Yeah. So, which is faster, hot or cold? Guess. Nothing. Okay. Hot because you can catch a cold.
That is kind of
As, all right. Okay. I see where they going with that.
Damn it, Chris.
I definitely see where they going with that.
You gotta work on your delivery, though.
Ain't no
Y'all
Chris
gotta
Rock
work on
over
y'all
there. I'll tell you
guesses.
that.
You could have said something like, I don't know, something random.
I was trying to think, like, why would hot be faster? Why would cold be faster?
He trying to think about the theologians. Just
Already.
I know. I'm like,
I'm like, do
Damn,
the
it's 3
molecules
o'clock.
heat up when it's faster? Or
Like,
slow down
yeah.
when
we
it's
fucked
cold?
around for 2 hours.
That's
Man.
crazy.
Every week. Every week.
I thought we get started at 1
I
o'clock.
gotta be out of here by 3:45. Let's go.
Oh.
What? All right, what you skipping that? How was y'all week? Shit,
fucking
everybody
with
First
y'all.
week of the year,
How
man.
y'all feeling,
Shit
man?
shaking.
How y'all feeling, man? You feeling good? I
Great.
ain't seen y'all niggas since last year, man. How
I
y'all
know,
feeling,
man.
man? I missed y'all. Not really.
Corny.
Corny?
Damn.
Corn.
God damn.
Shout out to the
Oh, my
alien gang.
gosh. Yeah,
I'm back.
for
New
sure.
year, new me.
No, New Year, same me.
Moving forward, though. We moving forward. Leaving all that old stuff in
We
the
are.
back, my
We
boy
are.
said.
All that negativity.
Positive vibes
All that
only.
negativity, huh?
I didn't say that.
All that
You said
nepotism. Leave that back there.
We're gonna leave that on last episode.
Yeah, we are. You're right.
All right, man. What you
All
got,
right,
man?
so
Let's
I'm
get
like,
this
you
thing
guys
cracking.
All right, so
Table,
let's get it cracking, man. The people missed it.
All right,
Warm
we
it
had a
up.
lot of shit going this week, so I'm gonna do a quick rundown. But the biggest thing that happened this week was Demar Hamlin's Monday Night Football injury.
Oh, so you're doing the sports rundown?
Nope, we
Yeah.
will get to that
I would
later.
think so.
okay.
Stepping on my toes, but it's okay. We'll allow it.
Fuck your toes. I'll shoot that toe off like I'm Tory Lanez.
Oh,
That's
shit.
too soon.
That's too soon,
That's
bro.
too soon.
That is too soon, bro.
Way too soon.
All right, first thing that happened this week, I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but the drama going on in Congress. It took them 14 votes to elect the Speaker of the House.
15.
15 votes?
15.
15 votes
15.
to elect Kevin McCarthy, I think it is, that's Speaker of the House now.
Yeah. So how does he keep losing in it? You know, did they just like fuck it you in?
No, it's one of those things where they was like, we ain't fucking with you. And he was like, look, if you vote for me, I'll give you this. And then they vote again. He got an extra vote. But he still didn't get enough votes. So he went to, if you vote for me, I'll do this for you. And they vote again, he ain't got enough votes. He go to Chris, if you vote for me, I'll do this for you. Then they vote again. That's basically how it went. So they needed 15 rounds of votes for this guy to get voted in as Speaker of the House. But it was a little drama. I don't know if y'all saw it on TV, but these old motherfuckers try to get active in there.
Word? They try to square?
I said one dude was just like, I didn't vote because I don't like you or something like that.
Straight up.
No
He
other
said
reason,
that?
no other reason, but I don't like you.
Bro, like one dude tried to jump over another guy to get to somebody else. Like, I'm about to put hands on this motherfucker.
So they acting like little thugs in Congress.
Thugs and hoodlums.
That's what it sound like to me.
But yeah, now we got a Speaker of the House, so we can move forward. They can put some bills up. Before, if you don't elect the Speaker of the House, you can't do shit. Congress can't even. They just
Can't
sit
even
around.
meet.
They can only meet to do like they work of electing the Speaker of the House. So now we got a Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy.
So if they never pick one, these motherfuckers just be
if they
getting
never
paid
pick
like,
one, they just be sitting there.
like 100,000 or whatever they make a year.
Probably, I think it's like 170.
Whatever. Just
Well, then how did
Looking
they
at
get
each other.
How did they get the electoral votes then?
somebody smack this motherfucker.
Oh man, that's funny, Chris.
Number one bullshit guy.
But no, if they didn't elect the Speaker of the House, I would assume every day they would just show up and try
And
to
try to
elect the Speaker of
vote
the House.
every day.
It'd be like
oh,
the-
bro, I'll be there lobbying for that. Like, we don't vote for nobody. We chilling this year.
They will vote you out though, eventually. Your constituents be like, bro, you didn't do nothing for 2 years? Like, no, we're gonna vote you out.
Yeah, that's true.
Wasting our tax dollars.
But I'm 340 richer.
They might try to do a recall vote, get you out there quicker. If you just like, nah, I ain't doing it because I don't want to work.
Yeah, all right.
All right. Next thing on the list, Young Thug, real name Jeffrey Lamar Williams. His RICO trial begins Monday, January 9th.
Jeffrey Williams, it ain't looking good for him.
No, he's facing 8 charges right now. It was 60 or 50 at one point. But right now he is facing 8 charges.
He snitched his way out of the other ones though.
No, they
No.
threw a lot of it out because it was they gained a lot of the evidence not legally.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But he's facing 2 counts of participation in criminal street gang activity, possession of marijuana and codeine with intent to distribute, possession of cocaine, possession of a firearm during a felony, and possession of a machine gun. So
Let me hold the chop.
that's why you don't play them switches.
Yeah.
So far, the witness list has 372 names, including Lil Wayne and Birdman. The prosecution expects the trial to last 3 to 6 months. He's looking at 20 years to life if convicted on all these charges.
And Lil Wayne don't mess around with Young Thug. He shot up his tour bus.
You think Lil Wayne gonna get there and testify like,
Yeah, man.
who shot your bus?
He shot up my tour bus, man.
Him and Tori could do a song together.
Well, you motherfucker.
And R. Kelly,
right
and R.
here.
Kelly on the
Bro,
chorus.
R. Kelly on the hook.
Kels would definitely produce it.
It kind of sucks though to see somebody get to that level. I mean, you set yourself up
Yeah,
for failure,
that's
but
what-
like to see you get there and then just kind of throw it all away. You wanted to become a millionaire. You wanted to become successful in life at whatever you was doing, and
He
then
ain't
you
leave the
get
streets
there.
alone. He
Yeah,
ain't leave
you
the
get
streets
there
alone.
legally, but then you kind of throw it all away for some street shit. That kind of sucks.
Let that be. Well, you should listen to Jeezy.
Yeah,
We talked about that on an episode though. It's
We
like,
did.
when is it time to get out?
yeah.
When is that just doing too much?
Bro, if I make like $150, I'm out.
$150? $150K?
No,
Or
$150.
$150 you out of what?
Turning my back on people. I'm looking down my nose at motherfuckers. I'm like, oh no. So you out here waiting for your taxes, but I'm already got 150.
I'm up, baby.
Yeah, straight up. Some funny news I saw. 25-year-old woman Natasha Orterio was arrested for armed robbery back in December. Crazy story was she walked into her old job with a mask and a pistol demanding money. During the process of pistol whipping one of the employees, her fucking mask fell off. And the employee she was pistol whipping quickly recognized her like,
Tasha?
What's up?
so she
Hey, you
got,
whipping her too?
So this why you called in today?
this is her
You
previous
whooping
job.
her
She
too?
don't
Oh,
work
her
there
previous
anymore.
job. Oh,
She
okay.
like, damn, what I do to you? We used to go to lunch and shit together. What happened?
Yeah, so Natasha got spooked, ran up out the spot, left her gun and her mask. She was arrested in December. She's looking at charges for armed robbery.
And assault after you didn't pistol whip somebody.
What was her old job?
It didn't mention the job. I was thinking like, what's
Probably
it,
some
a
kind of
gas
bank
station
or something.
It didn't mention it.
I would
But I'll
assume
say
something
man.
with some money in it.
I imagine her going up in a Wendy's acting crazy.
Hopping over the counter at Wendy's like,
A Waffle House.
I remember. Oh, did y'all see that fight?
It was a fight at Waffle House?
Yeah, they threw a
Hey.
chair at this chick. She caught that motherfucker.
They employees go.
Caught it like, bitch, what's happening?
Waffle House employee caught it?
Yeah.
If you throw a chair at somebody and they catch
Dude,
you,
flung this motherfucker at her too. It's flipping. She caught that bug like, yeah, well,
you're in trouble. You
Out
are
of all
in
the
trouble.
places you can go eat, if I was like, who employees think got them hands, it'd be Waffle House.
Yeah, definitely.
Or Popeyes.
Definitely.
No,
I don't know about Popeyes. Waffle House for sure.
It did, like it depends on the Popeye. It'd be Waffle House for sure, be number one.
Yeah.
For me, it'd be like Popeyes on 63rd down by the landing.
Yeah.
IHOP. Them companies that cook breakfast, they grind me.
IHOP, I don't know, man. What time? What shift at IHOP?
Third shift for sure.
Like that LA one.
Like
Aye.
after the club shift?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you
I
go
can
in
see
there and
that.
it's always like a dude.
You go in the
running.
morning time, it's old ladies and stuff in there.
Yeah.
They nice. You know
Making
what I'm
coffee.
saying?
You need
Yeah,
some
they
more
nice.
coffee, honey?
But
at
you know, like
nighttime.
one of the morning dudes always outside smoking a cigarette, and when he see you pull up, he run in
sleep.
because he got to cook some shit.
Yeah, I sleep. Chick-fil-A probably beat your ass, be like, that was my pleasure.
What?
Nah, they too nice,
My
bro.
pleasure.
You can't even know how to fight to work the Chick-fil-A, bro.
Have you ever seen somebody?
Yeah, like
They like
oh,
ball
you
your
you
fists
in
up.
you
You
in
do
martial
that,
you
you
into
done.
martial arts? Nope, not our type of candidate.
Have you
nah.
ever been in a fight before?
So you at work, somebody walk in, rob the place. Of course, you like, oh shit, hey, this ain't in my money, homie. You can have it.
Yeah.
Then they start pistol whipping. You like, I gave you the fucking money.
Yeah, you doing too much.
But when they mass slide,
Then it's
down, you be
personal.
like, Carlos,
And I knew the nigga.
The crazy thing is, I'm surprised she ain't pop her though.
Yeah.
Once
maybe-
the mask fall off and
she
you know who
probably
I
ain't no-
am,
She probably ain't no bullets.
she probably did. She was on that
I
bullshit.
don't know, bro, because now you don't want to just be like, now we at murder now. Like now, if I get caught, this ain't never coming.
But
back.
a lot of people in that situation, like once your mask come off, you get scared. And like that's like the natural reaction when you got a pistol. Like shit, I'm scared now. Bah.
That sounds like just the shit we used to see in the movies, like no witnesses. Like, bro, what are you talking about? There's cameras everywhere.
I mean, yeah, you gonna still get caught for sure.
No. So on to the biggest story of the week was Demar Hamlin. I don't know if y'all watched it, but I was watching the game live. Monday
You're
night
down
football
2-0.
game.
Yeah, it was going to be a great game, so I was watching it, yeah.
It was
I
a lot
wasn't.
on the line too for that game. It was I need the Bengals to win because I'm a Chiefs fan. I want the Chiefs to get the
Y'all
number
got
one
gift
pick.
wrapped that number one seed anyway. So,
We'll get to that, Chris.
okay.
But Demar Hamlin, or I guess to lay it all out, T. Higgins catches like a short crossing route. Demar Hamlin moves up for the tackle. T. Higgins, lowers the shoulder. Demar Hamlin
Finished the run is what he was doing. He finishing the
He
run.
finished the play.
Yeah.
Demar Hamlin was definitely on the receiving end of that tackle, but he popped tall, popped up, and then I don't know. Heart gave out, went into cardiac arrest. He fell down on the field. Ended up needing 9 minutes of CPR, I think it was.
Yeah.
It said his pulse stopped.
He was dead.
He had
Yeah,
to be
that's what I'm saying. He was dead
he had to
on
be
the field,
resuscitated twice.
CPR,
before he left the
AED.
field.
He's carted out the field in an ambulance and all that good stuff.
Ambulance?
Call it
Not the
ambulance.
Not the M&Ms.
But for a lot of people, they were all in shock because it was the first big injury they'd seen on the football field. And that's partly because this was a standalone nationally televised game. So, what I put in here? Personally, I don't know if y'all remember when Greg Schiano was coaching at Rutgers. He had the guy, Eric LeGrand, went down on the kickoff, lowered his head, tackled somebody, and snapped his spine.
Nah, I don't remember that.
Yeah, or that's just one I remember. And then a guy from Tennessee, Inky Johnson, who went up to make a tackle and dude like rocked this shit. The dude lowered his helmet, hit Inky Johnson right here, and shut down like his whole side of his fucking body or some shit. Tore his big blood vessel right here. His whole arm died or some shit like that. It was all bad. But
For me, I think like the worst one, like I wasn't even watching this game on Monday. When I just on Facebook start seeing people talking about it. I found it, but for me, watching live, I think the worst one I've ever seen was Ryan Shazier.
Yeah.
that's another one. And I think he was one that lowered his helmet too, though.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. I remember it, but I just remember like him just laying there, like, bro, I got nothing.
This was probably the first injury I've seen on a football field this bad where I was like, oh, And it wasn't no dirty play. Nobody did nothing wrong. You know, like I said with Eric LeGrand, I think it was, if you watch the replay, he lowered his head and he put the crown of his helmet in the guy's shoulder and that shattered his spine. I believe Ryan Shazier lowered his head too. I can't be 100% about that. The Inky Johnson injury, the guy from Air Force lowered his head and put his helmet right here. It fucked him up. But this hit was like just an average.
It was a regular play to me. Like it was a play that I've seen probably a million times watching football.
And that's what made it more scary because it's crazy. It hasn't happened more. You know, I mean, thankfully it hasn't. But
there was a medical doctor that popped up on YouTube and was like the injury or whatever happened was like
he suffered cardiac arrest.
One in a million type situation. The stuff that you think you don't read about. Well, he was like, he had to be hit at the exact time as the electronic charge to his heart being pumped, and that's what caused the cardiac arrest. And he was like,
allegedly though, because the doctors haven't came out and say anything. But
true, but
a lot of doctors who watched the video did say that, like, oh, we've seen that before, because apparently it's more common in lacrosse, baseball, and cricket. Because the ball's so small and it hits you in the chest at just the right time, it can make your heart get out of rhythm.
Yeah. So I mean, what he said makes sense, but you know, it hasn't been ruled the definite cause. But you know, it was just kind of like a one in a million type situation, like lightning striking type injury, medical condition. I don't know what to label it as.
It was pretty intense though. It was like one of the. Well, I'll say it was like the most recent thing that happened to where it's like the world stopped. Everybody stopped and was like, whoa. This shit serious.
Yeah, it was different.
But a lot of it, they didn't show, like, the viewing public that was watching on TV. Like, I didn't know how serious it was because we didn't see them doing CPR.
Exactly. Yeah.
No,
they came back from break, and I could see the players' faces.
Yeah, like Josh Allen crying.
Everybody's
you
crying.
Like Tre'Davious White.
Yeah.
All you see
like
is
grown men, like, boo-hoo, and I'm like, something bad happened.
Yeah.
This ain't just like no concussion.
Yeah, then Adam Schefter damn near crying on TV.
All of them.
Booger, they was all almost crying. You know what I mean? So it was emotional.
So, but what I was thinking about was, the serious injury. It wasn't life threatening, but you remember Kevin Ware, Louisville?
Yeah,
the dude that snapped his leg,
Yeah.
and then you saw it like
on what was that March? It was March Madness.
It was during the tournament.
Yeah.
I was watching the game at that time, and he
was
just
horrible.
snapped. You just saw the white of his bone like out of his leg.
Horrible. That one and what
And
was
then Joe Theismann, obviously everybody remembers.
So
that one.
those injuries though, like that injury, those are bad. And you be like, ew, but
yeah, I mean it's
your
not life
brain's
threatening.
like, I can comprehend what's going on. Like he's not dying,
Yeah.
but I know he's in fucking pain.
Yeah.
But
This
was
one,
like,
you was like,
I don't know.
this
what
guy might be dead.
Yeah.
We thought we was witnessing
Somebody
death on
literally
TV.
died
Yeah.
on TV.
I think
Real
the
life.
last time that happened,
They said
that I
that-
can remember was who was the guy that played in college?
I don't know, but he did have a condition before.
He had a heart condition.
He actually had a blood clot on the field.
Who?
The guy that I'm thinking of was an NFL game.
It was a preseason game, wasn't he? A 49er or something like that?
No,
No, I'm thinking of the college player that played at like Monmouth or something like that.
I'm thinking it was an NFL player that died on the field, but it was because of a blood clot or something.
That had to be long before I started.
It was a long time ago, but they said he ran on the field and he collapsed on the field, but it wasn't because of a hit or anything. It was actually I think it was in the huddle.
I remember like somebody dying after like a preseason game.
When you talking about the old school, like the Detroit,
It was old,
like in the 60s or whatever?
I forgot his name and what team he played.
I think
on,
because that's what everybody was kind of comparing this to once, you go into more of this story, but they were saying like the only time somebody's died on the field was like in 1960 something,
was
like
something a long
61
time
or
ago.
64. And it was like the Lions, it was a Lions player. And the big debate about it was that he died and they finished the game.
Yeah,
That was the thing. But the
let's
facts
get
of
into
that
that.
part, though. Well, okay, hold on. Let me finish, though. But the fact, before you do, the facts of that, though, it was like a minute left in the game.
Oh, you gotta finish.
So they just like kneeling that shit.
just kneeling.
You know what I'm saying?
but I think they didn't think he was gonna die though at that time.
Possibly, too.
Like,
That's all.
yeah.
I mean, that's possible, too.
Well, before we get into whether or not they should have played the game, I will say that people immediately found Demar Hamlin's charity and started donating
yeah,
to
it went crazy.
It's
He had a GoFundMe for like $2,500. Right now, I think it's at eight.
It was at 8 million.
so it's Chasing M's
Chasing
community
M's.
toy drive. Yeah, has reached over 8 million now.
So if y'all want to go donate, go donate.
But back in 2005, it was after a preseason game versus Denver. San Francisco offensive lineman collapsed in the locker room right after a preseason game.
yeah,
He died?
Yeah, he died in the locker room.
Who was that?
Thomas.
That's your team.
don't know.
Thomas Harrion.
Don't ring a bell for me.
Yeah, it was after a preseason game. I remember watching it with Chris, so that's how I remembered it. Because I wasn't watching 49ers.
So you saying he's just a recent 49ers fan?
I think he's just a
That's what it
bandwagoner.
sound like.
A bandwagoner, you know what I'm saying?
I don't want you
Like
know.
he came in the hardball stages.
Call no, yeah. Like, what? You wasn't shooting in the gym. But no, they started donating $8.3 million donated to his charity. I kind of expected that because Buffalo fans, they like the same fans when they donated to Ryan Fitzpatrick and all that shit. They always want to. If your team does something, like if your team beats a team that helps them out in the playoffs, you can be sure that one of your charities just get a donation.
Yeah.
But it also was like NFL, like Jim Irsay donated 10,000.
Yeah.
The Chicago Bears organization donated.
Well,
over
I mean, it was a
10,000.
lot more than just it was a lot of people donating.
Yeah.
You can go in there and look. Yeah, but everybody
Even like down to like Brian Hoyer donated like $1,000.
But it's just kind of crazy. Like his goal was 2,500, and it was 2 years ago. But now all of a sudden everybody wants to donate.
yeah.
That's bullshit.
Hey.
That's life, man.
That's kind of bullshit.
That's life. Like nobody probably knew about that.
Like, this
till-
dude
till
was like
spotlight
a.
But
on
how
it.
did-
this dude
the
was
fuck
like
y'all
a
know- how-
7th-round pick or something.
How y'all find out that
6th-round
night?
pick.
The internet's undefeated, Kenny? You know that.
Man, come on, bro. Y'all
Like,
should have been.
when he got hurt. Somebody was like, "What can we do?" Like, and this is what they're like. Oh, he's got this charity.
Yeah.
Oh, let's
But it's
like,
like-
People just want to do something. Like, they're like, I ain't a doctor, but this is what I can do.
all right.
I mean, it's like, I
You
mean,
like real offended and shit. Man.
No, it's just like.
but it's just like you feel bad for him. Like, I mean, he's playing this game, like this this collision sport, for your entertainment. Yeah, he's not specifically getting paid like all the other players because he's a younger player. I think he only made what 800,000 this year.
Yeah,
it sounds
something
crazy
like
when
that.
you say only.
But I'm just saying, no, for us, obviously, it's a lot of money. But for the rest of the players, you playing against,
Patty out here.
yeah, a $500 million player, Pat Mahomes, So, but that's a way you can help him. A way you can help him.
It's just
in a sense.
something to do, man. So immediately, people were worried about his health, but then some people started talking about, hey, are they gonna finish the game?
People like who?
Well, there's a lot of people, but the most famous that we all may know,
Yeah.
Skip Bayless came out,
Who said that?
and I wasn't mad at Skip, but he had a tweet. In this tweet, he said, "No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant." And people got down on Skip for that, boy.
It's just
Everybody.
It's, the
It's a
timing.
timing
Yeah,
thing.
it's a sensitive time. Like that's what you worried about. In this
People were
moment.
calling for him to be fired.
I
It's
thought
a
he
timing
he
thing.
was. In the cancel culture era that we're in, and how sensitive the internet can get about stuff like this, I thought it was gonna happen.
I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I thought like the exact same thing right away. Like when I saw him crying, I said, "Oh no, they can't play the rest of this game.
They
today."
can't. Yeah, like
No.
how the Bills.
So like if somebody gets hurt after somebody's gonna get hurt first off. Like once everybody's crying, I know your mind ain't in the game, and that's when people get hurt in football.
Yeah,
But that's just
I was-
how you know though that they couldn't finish that game because as much as the Bills had on the line for that game, you would think out of everybody they would be the ones that would want to finish that game.
But not at that. I didn't think they could at that moment.
No. But I'm saying that's how you knew that the game didn't matter at that moment because
Yeah.
they weren't like, let's go in here and play this game. It was like we're done. We need to go to the hospital with our
Diggs
boy.
did try to hype him up a little
He
bit.
did
to
because
get
that's
back
when
in
the
game.
that's when the broadcasters were like, oh well, they just announced they're going to give the players 5 minutes to warm up.
Which the NFL said was never
Yeah.
going to happen. They said that was obviously never going to happen.
The problem was just figuring out the best time for them to play though,
Me,
without moving shit.
So what I thought when I watched it live, I said, okay, they probably not finishing this game tonight. That's not gonna happen.
Right.
It's too many people crying. Their head ain't in the right space. Somebody's gonna get hurt. I thought they would go back to the hotel. NFL would say, okay, we're gonna finish the game Tuesday night. Because it's so late in the season, I said you can't push it till Thursday because they can't play Thursday, then turn around and play Sunday.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
So I said they gotta go back and you come back out Tuesday and you finish the game. And then because at that point I'm like, whatever happened was bad, so you can't push it too far because then, God forbid, he ends up passing. They really not gonna play.
Right.
But I didn't think Skip Bayless was like just out of line for just pointing something out. Like, hey, I understand this happened, but this is a multi-billion-dollar organization.
Yeah.
They're not gonna just stop making money, stop doing everything.
I mean, yeah, you do have to get back out and play eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, NFL's not going to end because of something like this.
But
Do you think Undisputed is on its way to being done
no.
with Skip and Shannon?
Shannon was pissed.
He was pissed.
Shannon just signed like a $3 million extension though, or $3 million a year extension.
That's fine, but that don't mean
Shannon was pissed, but that's what's gonna make people tune in more.
Yeah.
he had personal ties to that.
With that issue though, I think Skip and Shannon have some other shit going on.
I saw
They ain't really vibing. I feel right
tape,
now.
Like the past 6 months of them just getting into it.
Yeah, and it ain't the regular shit.
No,
like,
it's
it
not
ain't
like
the
no-
regular. Like
it's
I
not
don't
no
agree with
sports
your
argument,
take.
yeah.
Yeah, like
It's
I feel
like-
like they got some other stuff. Like you know, you and your coworker, you ain't seeing eye to eye. And like you
Yeah.
at that point, bro, nigga, this nigga say one more thing to me, I'm gonna beat his
like-
ass. But Shannon though, to me, Shannon is like, I don't want to be that angry black nigga on TV. I'm
Yeah,
already
he's
doing.
trying
I'm
hard.
already doing the most, nigga. Hennessy and Black and Miles, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. But I don't want to just snap off and punch Skip in his face.
I mean,
Because
because
then
it
I'm
wouldn't
gonna
be
be
right.
that. Yeah,
It wouldn't be
you know.
right.
So-
Skip is 71 years old.
Did y'all think Skip was wrong for what he said?
I
At
just
the
thought
time-
that it was just poor timing.
At the time, I didn't like you say that, and then you go on national TV talking about you couldn't sleep and you was crying. But I'm like, you was just talking about them playing. Like you
So I
can't.
didn't read it as him talking about them. I just read it as like what I thought. Like, wait, if y'all stop this game, when are y'all gonna play this game? Because, like he said, it's not like you can just say no
I
game.
get that, but I'm like,
But you can say
You
that
coulda-
like the next day.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to say that
yes.
right then.
If
and
you
there.
said you could have said prayers to Demar Hamlin, and tomorrow on TV you could have said
Yeah.
So what do
that
we
would
do
have been
now?
that would have been
What
a
do we do
topic
now?
for Monday's Undisputed Sports Rundown.
I canceled Skip a long time
So
ago.
in my brain, it just sounds crazy when people be like, I don't have anything with what you said. I just don't like the timing you said it. It's like I didn't say nothing wrong. You admit that what I said is right. You just upset that I said it first.
It
or
was
what?
fucked
Well, it's
up
just-
because
like,
you
it's just
talking
poor
about
timing. Like, say that dude dies later on that day.
Now how do
say
you
he
feel?
dies that night. Like, don't nobody give a shit when they gonna start the game again or how they gonna finish or what happens next. Right now,
But like, somebody's job is to be
I
thinking
think
about
I
that.
think
though.
the
you
NFL,
coulda-
not Skip Bayless.
Yeah,
You
but it's
coulda-
like that's the thing that for me, like people are upset like that's not Skip's job, right? But then we
What's
do the
not
same
Skip's
thing.
job?
Like they like it's not your job to be thinking about that. That's somebody in NFL's job.
No,
to
that's
think
a-
about scheduling.
Well, fans think about this shit. At the end of the day,
That's
Skip
my
is
point. Like
Skip
he's
is
just a fan. Why are we upset that a fan
I
is like,
get
hey, when
that,
they gonna finish the game?
but how insensitive does it look when this nigga is being carted off? Not even carted off, drove off by ambulance because he had to be resuscitated twice.
The
You
tweet
like,
came out
right when this shit
before
happened.
he even drove off.
Yeah,
like,
so-
they still on the field.
So
the
all you
tweet
worried
came
about
out.
is this game. He might be dead, bro.
I mean, I know it sounds like I said.
It's-
Literally, when I'm watching live, I'm
It's
thinking the
just poor
same thing.
timing.
Like,
It's
yo,
just that-
when the hell they gonna play the game? Because they're not finishing today.
I'm big on Twitter and I tweet a lot and stuff, but you don't have to say it. Not every moment deserves a reaction,
An immediate reaction.
an immediate reaction, and sometimes it's just insensitive.
And
Sometimes-
people are gonna look for you to make a comment about it. You Skip Bayless. You one of the biggest
You're
people in
known
that.
for it.
You one of the biggest people in that arena. So people are gonna wait. Even if you wait till the next day to do it, people are still gonna want to hear what
Yeah.
you got to say about it, but just not in like 2 seconds after it happened. That's all.
Okay, fair enough. Like I said, people got mad at Skip. I don't even think his comment was the worst thing I've heard. Like so, Bart Scott out here just looking for attention.
well, he's
I
on
don't
that.
know what
He
he said.
can't wait.
Bart Scott. So Bart Scott
wait.
came out and just said like the craziest thing. He's like, basically, I blame T. Higgins. T. Higgins lowered his helmet into his chest, and the NFL should take a look at that.
No,
Bart Scott is saying shit like the rest of the world wasn't watching the game. Like we haven't seen the replay 1,000 times.
right.
Like
Well, yeah, now that's crazy.
when I heard what he said, I was like, wait, let me go back and look at this. Maybe I missed it. You know, I'm a man.
I didn't miss nothing.
I make mistakes. So I went back and looked like they need to fire Bart Scott. That's a guy I would say needs to be fired.
They did try to implement that rule. They don't call it, but
It is a rule,
where
but
you-
they never call it. That the
Yeah.
offensive
They never
player can't
call
go
it.
to
Yeah,
college.
they never call that. I've seen it called in college, but I've never seen it called in the NFL.
like you can't barrel through the line with your helmet. That's what people lowering their head, in the
Yeah,
players. line.
yeah, and I agree with you there. Like you just spewing straight lies. You definitely, bro.
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, you know what? Now, if he got fired, I wouldn't be like beating the drum that this wasn't right. Because
Who does he work for? ESPN.
I believe so. So like you just basically going out here just like straight line like this is a goddamn political race. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, T. Higgins lowered his helmet in his chest. And everybody's like, look at the video like, man, did you watch the video, Bart? He's like, I know what I saw.
Yeah, he was drunk.
No.
I mean, I understand he's just bitter because he went through so many years of playing linebacker and he had a million helmets probably driven into him.
Probably so.
And I
but-
understand you're sticking up for the position. I mean, not that Hamlin's a linebacker, but still sticking up for defending
The
players.
defensive
But
guy.
once this is, I mean, this isn't the time to do it. And two,
Wait,
you don't blame
wait,
T.
Chris,
Higgins.
Wait, you can't stick up for defensive players about something that didn't happen though.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, but even by him bringing that up, it's just wild.
By him saying what he said, you're not even defending defensive players. Now it's just like
You just lying.
you just lying,
Yeah.
bro. What are you talking about? And the bad thing was because everybody was like, you know what? People are like pray for Demar, but I'm praying for T. Higgins because he took it really hard. And it's, they were talking about how hard he took it. Like he might have.
You get that though, right?
Yeah, I understand
okay.
that. That's why I'm like, for you to come out and say that,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you know what I'm saying?
that made
After-
it worse
You know,
for T.
you know what that,
That
does.
that
Because
didn't
T.
help
Higgins
him
ain't
at
like
all.
a 45-year-old man. Like, yo, you talking shit. He was like a 24-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was like, you know what, Bar Scott, they can fire your ass for that. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't even do nothing intentional. He's just trying to make a play and avoid the
He's
tackle,
doing
push
what
for a couple extra
everybody that
yards.
ever carried
Yeah.
a football, has been taught their whole life.
Yeah.
Finish the play, bro. You run hard, you finish the play. You make that corner or that safety, whatever, not want to tackle you.
Yeah.
I'm finishing the play.
I just felt like Bart Scott was just saying something.
To get probably clicks.
Did clicks. Whereas with Skip Bayless, I didn't feel like he was just saying something to get clicks. I'm like, I thought the same thing. Like y'all said, maybe the timing was poor, but I don't really.
He's done that
He
his
said
whole career,
he said
though.
what he thought.
Yeah, I mean,
and put it out
that's his
there
thing.
immediately. That's what Skip did.
Yeah.
I don't think Skip and Shannon don't need no clickbait, no nothing. I'm like
Not no more. Yeah, but
If-
he made a living off of that.
if
though.
if he never said nothing,
Yeah, it's
everybody
like,
would have been
I'm gonna
tuned
just
in.
go a little Charleston White right here, just a little bit. I ain't gonna do too much.
Fuck that guy.
But I will say, coming back around, what Skip Bayless said was actually very relevant because he was just saying like, when are they gonna finish the game?
But I think that's an obvious thing. Like everybody
No.
knows the finish. There has to be a result to the game. We know that, but we don't have to talk about it right now.
That's true.
the problem.
But I'm just saying coming around because the NFL did officially cancel the game, saying it's not gonna be played. But then they did like the weirdest shit in the world and they canceled the game.
I don't understand.
It's
So-
crazy.
I thought because the NFL has rules, I thought if they don't play the game, it goes down as a tie. Both teams get half a win, half a loss, and that's just what it is. That's something you got to deal with if y'all don't want to go finish the game. That's how I felt about it. Look,
They got a half a win and a half a loss.
that's the way it's supposed to go. Like I felt like that's the way it's supposed to go. If y'all don't want to finish the game, I don't blame y'all. I understand. But if both teams agree, hey, I don't want to go back out there. Not even today, not tomorrow, not the day after. I'm fine with that. Both of y'all get the tie. We move forward. So, like Chris said earlier, the Chiefs got gift wrapped the number 1 seed, and depends on how you look at it. Because if they both would have just got a tie and the Chiefs still won yesterday like they did, they would still have the number 1 seed. If they would have finished the game and Buffalo would have won yesterday and they won today, they would have had the number 1 seed. But the NFL just went and did like some crazy stuff. So they said basically, y'all didn't finish the game. We're going to give y'all, it still counts as a tie, but then we're going to do some extra shit. Like, we don't think it's fair that basically, if the Chiefs win, they get the number 1 seed, that Josh Allen has to go to Arrowhead to get to the Super Bowl, potentially. So what they said is the Chiefs win week 18, and the Bills win week 18, and then if they end up playing each other in the AFC Championship, it's going to be a neutral site game.
Yep.
Then they also said,
Oh, that's gonna cost some money.
What's the name?
Both cities.
What's the name? Said they can do it there.
It just
At
loses.
the-
I'm
at the
saying
Raiders.
it loses money. Like for AFC Championship to
Oh,
be
yeah.
here,
Yeah.
bring so much money to Kansas City. Just
That's
like
true.
in Buffalo, it will bring so much money there. So it's gonna be a lot of
so now
for,
you like,
for regional.
You stimulating the economy that didn't like do anything to get the game, basically.
Excuse me.
Like if they go play in Vegas or some shit.
Yeah.
Which I think they said if it's like the Chiefs and the Bills, they would try to keep them at an outdoor
Yeah.
stadium.
Yep. They said that.
So you might be like Pittsburgh or
Oh,
something
because
like
because the Arrowhead is an outdoor.
that. Because they're
stadium.
both outdoor
Oh, I
stadiums.
see. So it
Then
keeps
the
the
NFL
element.
said, let me think, I don't want to get this wrong, but so the Ravens were kind of affected by the what they did too
because they still had a shot.
They
winning
still
the
had a
division.
shot at the FC North, right? So the NFL said basically if what was it? If the Bengals lose, or if the Bengals are playing the Ravens today, so if the Ravens win today,
They did not.
they did not win.
They did not win.
Okay, but apparently
Well, they already said before today's game. They said that the Bengals won the division.
they just gave them the division.
Yep.
But
But
had
then
no
they
chance
also
at-
said, here go the caveat to satisfy the Ravens. If the Ravens beat y'all week 18 and the Chargers lose week 18, we'll do a coin toss to see who
Yeah.
gets home field advantage in the playoffs. So you can win the division and still not have a home game.
So Joe Mixon actually did a coin toss celebration today when he scored.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chad Johnson put that out there. He said, if y'all love me like y'all really do, if y'all score a touchdown, I need y'all to do the coin flip celebration.
I guess they fuck with Chad.
They rock with Chad.
So my question is, what do y'all think about it? They had a set of rules. They could have just went by. Everybody knew what it was. It is what it is. But they went out here and they did all this extra shit. Me personally, I think it's crazy. I don't know why you would do that because now you got people like Chris saying the Chiefs were gifted the number 1 seed. Like we didn't win 14 fucking games.
But you didn't have the tiebreaker with the Bengals or the Bills.
But we played all our games. So,
I mean, well,
yeah.
they tried to play their game, but unfortunate event.
I shouldn't say that.
Unseen event happened.
Yeah, but
unforeseen.
I just thought it was stupid that the
you go.
NFL
The
started.
NFL just
struggling
kinda,
with
the NFL made this wacky for us, more or less. Because I was reading this and I'm looking at all that shit.
It
I'm
didn't
like,
make no
I don't
sense.
know what the hell y'all
It
talking
didn't
about.
make any sense to me. I'm looking at it. I'm like, I don't know.
So I feel like the NFL made this all wacky, but in hindsight, it's like a way to pacify the situation, more or less. Like you don't want to piss off everybody, everybody's fan base.
It's no
with this.
perfect
They were
situation.
trying.
Right.
They were trying
So
to
wouldn't
salvage
the perfect
relationship
situation just be do what the rules said before?
The perfect situation would have been play the game.
But when though?
Make it work. Push everything back a week.
Kick that down.
How do you push
okay,
back
they
the
You
Super
can't
Bowl?
push back
No.
the Super Bowl, but
They
you
did.
can
But there's a
cancel.
week before the
Yeah.
Super Bowl. There would be no
They
layoff
did
week
have
before
the
the Super
option
Bowl.
of saying, okay, we'll do week 18, then next week you guys play, then we'll get right into the playoffs, and we won't take that week off between the the championship game and the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
But the NFL said, fuck that, we're not doing that because we do the Pro Bowl during that week off or whatever.
Fuck
The
that
Pro
Pro
Bowl that
Bowl.
don't nobody
Flag
watch.
football game.
But it goes on TV and people, eyeballs watching on TV. a little bit, they
I've
make money.
never heard not one person ever in my life say I look forward to the Pro Bowl every year.
Or they could have moved the Pro Bowl to the week after the Super Bowl.
They could have.
Yeah.
But
That would've
that's
worked
what-
too.
That's what I'm saying. The
Because-
NFL decided like, nah, we're gonna do it this way, and I think it just pissed. Before it was like, I don't think they would have pissed off anybody. The rules were the rules.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the rules, and they would have been like, it sucks, but yeah, that's what happens.
One thing it talks about moving the Pro Bowl to like the mid season.
Well, that's what we talked about last episode of the Sports Rundown.
Oh, okay.
They talked about call back. Well, since it's not contact anymore, they said no. That was Tyreek Hill that brought it up. Nobody officially said let's move it.
Okay.
Tyreek Hill brought it up and was like, let's move it to the middle of the season like the NBA.
Which makes sense because I mean every other All-Star game or All-Star event happens mid-season, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah.
But so what are they doing with the Pro Bowl now? They doing dodgeball.
It's a quarterback challenge, and flag football.
Running. Oh.
Flag football? I don't think they're not gonna move it. Because if you got a $30 million receiver, I don't want you doing nothing during the season but playing football.
Or do it after the season, so that way the people that are in the playoffs actually participate. You see the stars.
We
Well,
say
everybody's
don't
gonna
nobody
play.
watch the Pro Bowl. But
Everybody's
before,
gonna play, but the Super Bowl teams.
When the
Like
Pro Bowl
normal.
was in Hawaii,
But
though,
I'm-
people would go to the Pro Bowl just because it was like a
Because
good
it was in
vacation
Hawaii.
too. Yeah,
Because it was in Hawaii. But where's it at now? California?
it was like
They
Orlando
move it
last
around.
time.
They move it around, I think.
For me, the worst thing they did was take the Pro Bowl out of Hawaii.
Yeah, because
Like even though nobody watches on TV, if it was in Hawaii, yeah, I might try to go down there with the kids because I know we're gonna get some autographs, get to meet the players, and we're in fucking Hawaii. Like who gonna be mad with clear blue water?
nobody, never, ever.
But a fucking Karen.
Or a Kevin.
I was about to say, what's
Is it a
the?
Kevin?
I thought it
Is
was
that the
Ken.
dude name?
One of them, I guess.
Kevin. Okay.
Kevin, a white name. I know some black Kevins.
Only Kevins I know are black.
Well, there you go. It can't be Kevin.
Why we can do Ken?
There you go. I think it is Ken.
Ken.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right, but I'm on the record. NFL bungled this whole fucking situation.
Say what you was gonna say. Don't censor yourself. The NFL did what?
They fucked it
up.
up.
There it is. That's the Lindari we know.
I feel like they really did, man. Like,
Round
you
of
know what?
applause for Lindari showing up.
When he got hurt, I feel like the NFL should have came out right away, said, "Hey, the game's canceled. We'll try to pick it up tomorrow." But they didn't say anything, and then Buffalo went back and flew home to Buffalo, and that's when I knew right away, like, this is about to be a clusterfuck. Because once you fly back, that means you really ain't coming back till Wednesday.
No.
You're not going to play a game on Wednesday or Thursday, then play on Sunday. And I saw the fucking shit about to hit the fan. And I slid the fuck out the way.
Fair enough.
That's it. That's all I got. You want to do some words of wisdom?
I do have words of wisdom.
Shout out to Rube Star for the hoodies, y'all.
That's a fact.
We did.
I don't
We
think we
forgot about
shouted
that.
her
Shout
out.
out.
I mean,
Alien
we shouted her out when
And
we
shout
got
out to
them,
the Alien
but
gang.
we all wore them today. We in our uniforms. We got
And
uniforms now.
who would have thunk you? Words of wisdom from Roof Star.
Oh my goodness.
Who would have thunk you?
From the Ghost Rider.
Who would have what?
Thunk you.
From the
I'm paying
Alien
royalties
Rider.
or nothing.
The Alien Rider.
Nah, I know
not
what
the
world
Ghost
is.
Rider.
This is
Man,
we tight like
yeah,
that.
we cool.
Yeah. She's an
We got to say it for the court.
A1 day one right there.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't say anything. I said, yeah.
All right, man. No name, no author on this.
Unknown.
No names,
Anonymous.
no
Unknown.
gimmicks.
Yeah.
Obi Trice.
Yeah. But just
Obi Trice didn't say that.
probably
He
one of
said
the
no names, no gimmicks.
I know, but now people going to think that Obi Trice said this.
Shut up,
Can we
Chris.
say the fucking words of wisdom?
Be wise,
Well, I'm
John.
waiting on y'all, man.
Go ahead and be wise, John.
It's not really that wise, but I kind of like it. I was just telling somebody this kind of the sentiments last night, and it's probably good to start your year off.
I was about to say a joke, but I ain't going to say it.
Being
Don't
sentimental.
do it. Hey, do it.
No, I ain't going to do it.
Do
Go
it.
ahead.
Hey, do
Go
it.
ahead. Do it. Won't he do it?
Pressure cooker, pressure cooker, pressure cooker.
All right, man. Whenever you're having a bad day or week, just take a deep breath and remember who the fuck you are.
I'm him.
100.
Yeah.
Him.
That's what it say verbatim, too.
I'm him.
Him.
They don't say I'm here.
Most niggas having a bad day, but like, fuck.
That's a deep breath.
Take a deep breath. Remember who you
I
are.
just started. I don't even need this fucking job.
Usually be that job, that darn job.
Take us out of here, Keenan.
Tell a friend, then tell your mom we about this thing. Peace.
And your cousins too.
One.
Bye.
Boom, out of here.